Hi peeps. I've cut off the top of my head again. This was the quote I found for this morning. It's May Sarton, who's a wonderful poet and essayist. The most valuable thing one can do for the psyche occasionally is to let it rest, wander, live in the changing light of a room. I think one of the things I particularly like about May Sarton and this thing in particular is it's all sort of, the poetic language and kind of metaphysical, and then it's the changing light of a room. It's right here, right now, in this sort of fluid place. And that brings me, interestingly enough, to the other thing I was thinking just as I sat down. Of course, oh yeah, was it Pema Chodron, Buddhist nun, said, it really helps if we don't think of things as so concrete. Don't try to pin it down so tightly, because things have very kind of permeable edges, and everything's much more fluid and softer than we think. Our frontal lobe brain wants to sort of say, this is here, and everything outside of here is outside the box, and in fact, in some ways, there's no box. No box at all. And the other thing I had written down was about manifesting on the fly. And the words just came into my head, and I thought, what is that really about? And I think it's about manifestation is equally fluid. It's not this fixed formula. And it's kind of a rolling show. The interface between what we want to manifest, what the universe is holding open for us right now, what doors they're holding open, everything that's happening with everybody else involved. So it evolves. What we want, what's available to us, what's in divine timing, etc. Okay. Yeah. Live in the changing light of a room. Wow. World card. Last card in the major arcana. Welcoming in the new thing. Greeting it. Being there to greet it. And I think in the meantime, holding space for it. There's something about that where she's holding this sphere. The orange one, there's a green one atop it. There's a bit of the red that you can see. And then this kind of overarching holding space for the new thing. And it's a major arcana new thing, it's a whole new chapter. Manifesting on the fly. Page of Swords. I like it that it's a sword energy, but the brain is a flower in this case. Sword energies refer to mental processes, mental approach, the desire to understand something. That's particularly Page of Swords. you know, the card of the student who's seeking new information or more information. Perhaps about how to hold space or what's coming, what's required of me. You know, how do I get my head around this? And you know, learning how to manifest and what to manifest in order to bring on this next thing, this bigger thing, this more open, it's like wide open. Okay, tell us more about world. It's interesting, okay. 7 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. There's a certain degree of guardedness. You can see this character is like below, there's a lot of this person below ground level. That's a little bit of a duck and cover is what I'm getting. You know, and all these hands reaching out. In traditional Rider-Waite, it shows a guy blocking with his wand. That's fire energy. Okay. 7 of Wands. 8 of Cups. I think perhaps we're talking about a person who's trying to figure out how to move on. You know, they're trying to figure it out. How do I do this? How do I think about it? In my daily life, to advance, you know, to go from this sort of blocked energy of, I'm getting the Beatles song, Hey, You've Got to Hide Your Love Away. Great tune. Here I stand, head in hand. We got the head, we got the hand. Turn my face to the wall. If she's gone, I can't go on. Feeling 2 foot small. You know, I think if something required this person in this particular situation to hide their love away, you know, hide themselves away, head in hand, there's, you know, a sadness here. Cups energy is all about feelings. And I think this person, you know, may be leaving behind something in it, and it's hard. Doesn't know where the road leads. This road, this sort of circuitous, almost slipstream image, you know, disappears at one point. It's almost like a black hole image, or, you know, going into the tunnel. Not knowing what's ahead. Queen of Swords, underneath Page of Swords. In that same air energy of discernment, clarity, clear-mindedness, truth-telling. Queen of Swords wants more information, as she would. You know, she'd question things. She's not taking things at face value. She's investigates. And she might have been trying to investigate somebody who didn't want to be investigated, who saw it as somehow intrusive. What do you want from me? You know, everything I've learned thus far, I've got to hide my love away. Why are you, you know, because this sort of implies the other person was wanting connection. Major Arcana card, though, of the World, which is the, you know, going to the next octave, the next phase, the next, you know, growth spurt. something like that. Under 7 of Wands, 3 of Wands. It can be a card of waiting. You know, what's coming toward me. Wands are directional. Wands are directional. They're fire energy. They're about direction, creativity, manifestation, intuition. This is kind of a minor arcana card of manifestation. You know, I've sent out the intention. You know, I've sent out the prayer, and I'm waiting for the answer. My intuition tells me, wait, it's, you know, it's coming. The 2 sun images here. Queen of Swords knows, and she doesn't sort of suffer fools or put herself in positions that are compromising. So if she's waiting for something, it's like waiting in good faith, waiting with reasonable expectation. That maybe this person is moving forward, you know, emotionally to the point where they don't have to hide their love away. 7 of Wands can also mean standing up for something. So maybe I'm wrong that this person isn't just peeking up. It's the beginning of reemerging. Reemerging. Okay, tell us about the 3 of Wands, the waiting. 2 of Cups. Waiting for that kind of connection. Waiting for this fellow, he, she, they, to come toward them. Because they feel that it's a 10 of Cups, that it's that kind of potential for a connection that has that can go the distance, that has longevity. Okay, let's clarify world. It's a card of Capricorn. Can be. You know, of having accomplished this. It's the last card in the major arcana, the Fool's Journey, all the way through every stage of the psyche kind of learning about itself, exploring the world, growing, being challenged, and so forth. And this is like, ta-da! It's almost like she's wearing a bathing suit. It reminds me of in gymnastics where the person does all the stuff on the you know, whatever that thing is called, the horse, and then does a back flip, and then ends up, you know, in that kind of wide open, I did it. I got all the way through. I'm ready for the next thing. And waiting principally for a connection that's equal and reciprocal. On 8 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. Well, this person may well be coming in, but they're coming in slowly. At least as far as I think you feel about it. You think this is very, very slow. I think there are aspects of this person's journey away from a previous connection, let's say, that you haven't seen. It's sort of been on, it's not been visible in 3D. That they've been, I mean, you know, part of me just goes, no, don't say this again. They're on their way. They're just slow. but that's what the cards say. Now, they're reading energies, and I'm reading for more than one person. So it may express differently obviously for everybody. The inflection will be different. And it may just be, you'll be able to say, no, that's not my story. It's somebody's story. Because this person is coming in. In fact, it's taken time. All these moon cycles, it's like many moons. Many moons has this person been traveling. The moon. We just had a full moon in Cancer. It was either yesterday or the day before. I think this person, again, and moon energy is, the moon is the energy that draws. It pulls the tides. It pulls on your water energy. For real. For real. So there's something about this person being drawn slowly but surely toward Queen of Swords. And I think, I'm not sure. That was to clarify the world. Well, I'm going to leave them where they are. Let's go back and clarify world again. This new phase. I think it was 2 of Cups. Tell us about this rite of passage that involves not hiding your love away. 8 of Cups, 2 of Cups. 5 of Swords. There may have been an idea that words failed both parties at some point. Like they weren't on the same page. They weren't saying what they really meant. So there was a lot of confusion and maybe unnecessary clash. Fool. It's an energy of moving on, taking the leap, going for it. Being brave. Fire energy. Fire energy. But this is the passive, I'll wait. And Fool is, 3, 2, 1, jump! A card of Aries, doing it. Courageously. And maybe overcoming, this could be just mind games. Or thinking, here we go, thinking the other person is playing mind games. And this is sort of like, we're going to move beyond that. Each of us individually. Next card out, Sun. A card of revelation, a card of divine masculine, fire energy, Fool, Sun, Leo, and Aries. It's very, it's very individualistic, because Sun also speaks to how you show up in the world. In that way, ego, just what you do, what you reveal to other people of yourself. And I think this person is, we have the 0 card, Fool, the beginning in the archetypal energy, and World, the last card. So it's almost like completing a cycle and starting on the next one. The moon is full. It immediately begins to wane. Time passes. This might be something that will really take shape in the summer. The divine masculine will take action this summer. And judgment is the last one I'm going to take of that bunch because it's the bottom of the deck is so loud. We've had 3 major arcana. Judgment is a card of second chances, of a decision, of as it's portrayed here. And I'm just going to cover it up so I don't see. The next move. The next move. I'm peeking, but I'm not going to peek. I might peek later. Sorry. Okay, 5 of Swords, Death card. Transformation, the end of something and the beginning of something new. The end of something and the beginning of something new, right? And it might be saying, we've learned enough. You know, we got the information. We got enough to close out a cycle. But then there's something more to learn. There's more discovery. It's like, I almost got the image of the person with the spyglass. In traditional Rider-Waite, that's what this shows, is the harbor and the ships coming in. It also can be a card of spying, of peeking into somebody's life. Peeking into somebody's life. But from a kind of guarded, you know, I might have to hide my love away at any minute. So 5 of Swords, Death card. I think that period of misunderstanding, mistrust, and not being able to find the right words. You know, words getting people into trouble. 7 of Cups. And this one is looking kind of like they've been waiting a long time, and it's sort of like, now what? One of the posture sort of says, now what? It can be a card of options, confusion, and somebody may be greeting this person who's coming in slowly, slowly, with a degree of skepticism. Queen of Swords. Like, what do you want? It can be a card of confusion. You've confused me. What do you want? And Queen of Swords would kind of put it that way. Judgment. All right, we're going to go a little bit further with this one, right? We have on, and again, they want me to do World again. It's so weird. Well, that's Judgment. Okay, gotcha. It's sort of like what's the next move? We finished out this cycle. You know, next life, next round, and it can be even next year. Sometimes the world can signify a year, or maybe in Capricorn season. The question, Page of Swords, is, does this have a second chance? Is there another major arcana, you know, big cycle round? Perhaps even something to do with past life. In this lifetime, we've made it this far. What next? 7 of Cups, what next? And with an element of like, you've confused me. 7 of Cups. I don't know what's going on. And that would put Queen of Swords in a very uncomfortable position. That's not her comfort zone. Her comfort zone is, I figure this out. I understand it. you know, I know you and I know myself, or I'm pissed off. There's an element of pissed off here. It's like, I don't know if you can see the body language is like, it's sort of like, girl, what do you want from me? And on 7 of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. You know, if this character, there might be a Capricorn involved, or Scorpio, Leo, Aries, doesn't really matter. This person who's worried about, do I need to hide my love away? Here I stand head in hand. I mean, in other words, this person feels like they have something to be defensive about, or like they behaved badly, so they're head in hand, and you know, that's an expression for being ashamed. Like, I guess that's hat in hand. Head in hand. I just see it as like in grief, in embarrassment somehow. And I think if this is the person they are wanting to talk to or mend things with, there's a good chance it would work, because this is a grounded person who knows how to build connection in 3D, on the fly, because it's about growing. You know, it's not about, let's pin this connection down. Let's, you know, act as if there's no time involved, no changing light in the room. No, she lives in time. She knows how to do that. And it's, I think, very courageous. I'm getting the feeling here of like, you know, it's this person, the 7 of Wands person who's feeling like they might have to hide away, doesn't, because this is a trustworthy, authentic, caring individual. A major transformation has taken place in the realm of feeling, Scorpio energy, water energy. And I notice, who else had the flowers? See the flowers on the skull. Out of death, life. Flowers on the hat, on the skull. Both water energies. You know, and this is the desert scene. 5 of Swords, the battle, the contention, the mistrust, the misspoken words, the misunderstandings that resulted in like, huh? I can't figure you out. I think somehow both these people actually know everything they need to know, Queen of Swords. And can manifest, perhaps, if they're patient. There is a patience here, 3 of Wands. It might be 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. If they're patient. Queen of Pentacles, very patient. Worth the wait. Okay, one more on Page of Swords. 3 of Swords. So it's like, you know, we don't bury the hurt. We investigate it. We learn something from it. Add these 2 together, 4 of Swords, the card of healing. Do not sweep this under the rug. And Queen of Swords, if she's been messed about a bit and confused, this is an energy of I'll figure it out and I'll straighten you out. or cut you off. I mean, it's a fairly fierce energy, but apparently they've been through something, these two. They have history, and it's like imprinted on their nervous system almost. So I think this person will have to, in fact, not hide their love away. Again, we have the image of, where's the hide the love away? Now I don't see. Oh, here we go. You know, he's peeking over, and in this case, it's really kind of a full-blown, here I am. A changed self, resurrected somehow. A lot of time had to pass. Some cycle had to be completed so that we could start again. With a great deal of life force energy, happiness, revelation. The resurrection, the light, the reveal, the big reveal. Judgment, Capricorn in the world. Scorpio in death. Leo in sun. Aries in the Fool. The world is also all the fixed signs. Allowing, I mean, it's soon, but there's a need for, there's a little bit more to go. You know, there just is. And that may be confusing the Queen of Swords, but I think the counsel is, it takes time. You know, you don't want to pull the cake out of the oven when the inside is still goo. When it's not warmed all the way through, when it's not fully cooked. It's almost fully cooked. You know, it really is. And I'm also just getting the idea that this other person maybe coming out of a place, an environment that was full of contention, argument, hurt, betrayal. And somehow that, it was almost like a contagious energy. It like somehow got into your head too. And it may have resulted in you guys having arguments that really were the result of some other situation. This can also be a card of on a distance. The need for travel, the need for like the last leg of the race. You know, when you hit the wall in a marathon and you just push on, you push on. No problem with the push on. I think on the part of Divine Masculine, whoever was the action, whoever perhaps wasn't taking the action, it was blocked in some way, hiding his love away. He, she, theirs, whoever was the action taker, is really coming into their own. Going to do it. Going to go after their own happiness. Going to go after this connection. To pursue. and to push through, you know, perhaps on the part of the person who's been waiting so long, some degree of resistance and disappointment on the part of this queen. I think this is really this person, the other individual, who's about to make a decision, judgment, to make the next move. Can be a card of literally a moving. Oh my goodness. So the joint's jumping. Stay tuned.